for the 12 days with Beth. I am so excited, y'all. I put on my pink tonight because pink is one of my favorite colors. I want to welcome everybody. We are live on Facebook on my profile page. We are live on my fan page on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on Instagram. Listen, y'all, this is such an exciting time for me. I'm so happy that you all are joining. We had a wonderful turnout last night. We had so much fun, and we were talking about my new album, Get to Know Me, which is coming out September 30th. That is right around the corner, everybody. And we talked about the first song last night, which is Bad Girl, the first track on the album. Guess what, y'all? It's moving, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. We are on to song number 2. And I got some guests with me tonight. I'm so excited that these amazing people are on live with me tonight. And so listen, those of you who have already pre-ordered, and those of you that have been watching my Facebook Lives, you all know my question always is, did you pre-order? Did you pre-order? If you didn't pre-order, then you may not know about what we're going to talk about tonight. But if you did pre-order, then you already got this song locked and loaded on your digital device, your phone, your whatever, your iPad, whatever you have, you already got it. So I'm so excited. I have the writers and the producers of this amazing song, which is song number 2, track number 2 on my new album, Get to Know Me. This is the song that I have been playing, and you all have been responding and telling me that you absolutely love this song.
Yes.
Y'all love this song. Y'all love it. You love it. You love it. And I thank you all so much. This is the song, Let Me Be. So we're gonna talk about this whole thing. So before I can even get started, I gotta introduce everybody who is on with me. And then I'm gonna just tell you right now, we're gonna start with Kenny. I'm just gonna tell you right now, we're gonna start with Kenny. But I got on the line, I got Carnell Smith. We got, because I'm going in order.
C. Smith.
We got Kenny Flay. We got
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
This is the final
Hey.
got that song together.
Yes.
So everybody, the world, this is how you all got Let Me Be. So I'm gonna start
For
with
sure.
Yes.
I gotta start with my brother. My brother Kenny Flav. Kenneth.
Yes. I got the Flav.
Kenneth. That's what she called me, C. Smith. She called me Kenneth.
I call you Kenneth. So first of all, let me tell people, those of you that didn't tune in last night, I'm looking at this camera, but I'm looking at this camera too, because I got my IG going. What up, everybody on IG? Thank you all for tuning in tonight. And then I got my people here from YouTube, Facebook, both Facebook pages. We have also, I think we have the Rapture Room that is live as well. I think the Rapture Room, like,
yes,
800,000 people, like, no joke.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think there's another page that's live on here too. So yeah, so let's just get into it. Kenny, can you please give everybody just a short rundown of your resume, some of the amazing artists that you have worked with, and if you want to tell people how long I've known you, because y'all, this is a long time coming. Me and Kenny do it together. So Kenny, tell people who you worked with, where you come from. You know, give them a little something.
Okay, all right, bet. I did records with Silk. I did If You Loving Me for Silk. Co-produced that record. Tank, fucking with me. That's what you get that song.
Hey.
But Busta Rhymes, Extension Level Event album. 2 songs on that album. Mary J. Blige, Testimony, Crazy Game. A few others.
Yeah.
That just sums it up. A few other things.
Well, Kenny, just a few other things, and you happen to be part of Queen Latifah Flavor Unit, yeah.
Well, that's a family relationship, something that's been going on for the past 18, 20 years almost, yeah.
And then you have a song that is one of the number one song for number one movie that is trending on Netflix right now that Queen Latifah is in. Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's not a number one song yet though, but it's a number one movie on Netflix. Yeah, number one movie. So we just happen to have our song in a number one movie. Hope Rainey is a co-writer. It's my song as an artist. All of us featuring Dre Sconey. Yeah, it's kind of like an Al Green kind of like it's vibe, Memphis thing kind of going on. We just like took something and wanted to flip some classic soul and kind of make it modern a little bit. So that's what happened with that song. So that song ended up hitting the movie. It was a process, just like Let Me Be was. We had to get out the kinks and get it to where it is now today. All at the same time, though. God's purpose.
And it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Kenny. The song Let Me Be, we love it. We're getting incredible feedback from this song. Incredible reviews from this. It is on radio stations. It's getting played. I'm so thankful. You and I have known each other.
Me too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I forgot to touch on that. Yeah, we've known each other 20 years. You was at can I say everything? Can I say you was at the desk? You was doing multi jobs. You was wearing all these hats. You was the receptionist, the singer, the everything. and at Harmony Park. Yeah.
I met some years ago, and he was working on music then, and we connected, and we had always talked about working together on a project, and it just took a long time for it to be, but timing is everything because you brought the right song. How did you?
We've been trying to do it for a minute. Yeah. It's been a long time. But it's about timing. It's about the right timing, though. It's not like about force or anything like that. We don't force nothing. That's why we just let everything happen naturally. Even if we gotta wait 5 years, we okay with that. As long as it, the product come out good. It
does, and it did. So let me ask you a question. How did Let Me Be? Because that wasn't the name of it. You just brought me this amazing song. Where did it come from? How did it come about?
Oh, it came from this little sound that was like in there, like this little yodel kind of thing. I think it started out like that, right, Carnell? Was you there, Carnell? I think I was just like playing some keys, some organ, and some it started out, it was super slow. It ain't nothing like y'all thought it was. It was 2 keys down. It was really dark. I didn't know. It ended up somewhere else where it ended up with a bounce. I don't know how the hell that happened, but it started. Marcus already know. He know.
So you and Carnell were working on that song together.
Yeah, we worked on it together, but it was just like me playing keyboards. It was a loop. And it like I gave him a loop, and he ended up doing drums to it. He gave it back to me, I started adding this piano, these quarter notes to it, and all these other instruments to it, building off the inspiration he gave me from the drum pattern that he put in. Oh, we lost Hope, but from the drum pattern that he put in, so I started adding all this effects like all this type of stuff because he had that kick and that snare and that hi-hat, that shit was popping. So I was like, oh man, I gotta bring it home since he did that. So that's what happened. And then the next thing you know, I gave it to you and Marcus. I gave it to you first, and then you and Marcus worked on it. Then y'all gave it to me back again. I was like, we could probably work on that first verse a little bit more. I forget exactly what it was. Hope know the rest of the story because I gave it to like 2 other writers somewhere. It traveled all over the United States.
Yes, it did.
Before it got and it ended up in Detroit at the end of the day. It's so crazy,
So before we go any further, so I kind of want to just go like how the song. So you and Carnell going back and forth with these sounds, these beats. You all going back and forth. So Carnell, I want to introduce Carnell to everyone. Carnell, listen. Whatever.
Stacy Smith.
It sounds so funny hearing my name because nobody called me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna call your government name. Stacy Smith.
Smith.
There we go.
Okay. Because I've been doing interviews, Carnell, and I've been saying Carnell. So what I'm supposed to call Stacy Smith?
You call me Smith. Carnell. You call me
Okay.
Carnell. I'm cool with it.
So, give me some of your music background so the people will know what your music background is and just how you met Kenny and how did you guys start working together?
Well, I started producing my freshman year at Michigan State University. Go green. We don't do that blue and yellow over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
back in
something else.
2005, my friend introduced me to Fruity
He
Loops
said
and my other.
that, didn't it?
You said what? What happened?
Beth froze too.
Who are we? Me and you good?
Yeah, me and you and Mark is good.
Age and
Okay,
you
see
can
back.
check me
Yeah,
out over
yeah.
there.
All right, we back.
See, you said something about blue and yellow and it froze up everything. Maybe you don't want to. So you
Yeah,
started working at Michigan. You were working on music at Michigan State.
yeah. So my friend introduced me to Fruity Loops, and my other friend introduced me to Reason. So I was going back and forth with those, and we worked with local artists in Lansing, East Lansing, for like my whole tenure at MSU. Then I met Kenny through mutual family members, like in 2010, 2011. And then he heard about my music. He said, okay. So when I came back home from Michigan State, that's when we started working. It's around 2011. And what's that like? Yeah, that's like 11 years. So yeah, we've been rocking ever since.
grinding.
Like me and him both, like we just go back and forth. Like I'll make some stuff and then like I used to like stay the night at Kenny's house. Like we'll make some music.
All the time.
I go to sleep, he up all night, and vice versa. He sleep, then I start working on it. So yeah, we always just had that connection. Like we ain't got to look at each other. We just know that's it. Like
I love it. I love it. And so just trying to piece everything together. So you and Kenny, you all are getting this song together, beats and sounds, and you're putting everything together. And I remember coming to Kenny and saying, Kenny, listen, we got to do something. This was before the album. You know, we were still in the infancy stages of the album. I said, Kenny, listen, me and you've been talking about working on a project for such a long time. I really would love for you to be on it. And I remember saying, Marcus is going to oversee the album. I need you to connect with Marcus. And we're going to, I think y'all, I think it'll be great. You all kind of already knew each other in passing.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think it's going to be great. I think you got fired. He got fired. And we can make something happen. So I'll never forget the day you came to the studio. Was Carnell with you on that day?
Nah.
No, not that day. No, he
Okay,
was at the record release. He was at your last record release party at the theater.
Right.
At the,
But
yeah,
the day that you brought the track to the studio, I remember that. Because there was a guy with you. I don't remember who that was. It wasn't nobody with them?
It was me, you, Cordell, and Kenny.
Oh.
Yep. It was yeah.
So it was,
I went dolo. I came up there dolo at that time.
So,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I remember we were sitting out in the little lobby area. You went in there and you just started playing different tracks that you had. And we were sitting in there and I was just like, I know Kenny got some fire. I know Kenny Flav got some fire. I know Kenny Flav got some fire.
I have to warm up sometime, and then sometime I just start. But yeah, I had to warm up a little bit. Sometimes y'all just stopped me. Y'all wouldn't let me go no further. Y'all was like, Marcus stuck his head in the room. Was like, that's it right there, Doc. That's it. That's it.
And I tell
you know what I'm saying?
the story.
Yeah.
When you played that track, all three of us, me and Cordell and Marcus, we said, hey, what's that? Like we knew.
And I instantly sung the melody to the hook. Instantly.
That's how it is, though. That's natural. That's how it's supposed to be now. Force.
Yeah.
That's y'all really hearing how this really came together. Everybody that's online, y'all. This is exactly how it's like the first part of the story. How it really came together. Yeah.
And that is how it happened. We had a hook. We heard Marcus and I started writing. Then you listened to what we had, and then you were like, yeah, I need a little bit more. And then that's when we bring in
Hope Rainey. The great Hope Rainey.
Right.
You all that
Thank you.
And watching, those that are my people on Instagram, thank you for tuning in. Everybody that is on Facebook, everybody that is on YouTube. I got to tell you something. Hope and I have never met.
Not in person. Never met in person.
Actually, this is a few of our first time meeting. I've never met.
That's right.
It's crazy how
Either.
technology works.
And
That's
so
the beautiful thing about
it's
music.
a beautiful thing because do you all see the greatness that has, just because of our love for music and our passion for creating? And I've talked to Hope on the phone. We follow each other on social media. We, hey girl, congratulate. I'm sharing up. I'm happy for the things that she's doing. She's happy for the things that I'm doing. But face to face, Hope and I are seeing each other like in real time for the first time.
I love it.
And what a perfect night, right? We're celebrating the work, you know?
Right.
Yes. I'm looking so forward to meeting you in person and breaking bread with you, Hope.
Absolutely.
What was it like for you when we started writing on this track and Kenny came to you and said, "Hey, I need you to put a little hope on there"?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me your version of what happened.
Of course. Well, I was excited to work with you because he had told me about you, and then I checked you out, of course, and I was like, wow, it's so exciting. Get to maybe give her a new direction, maybe experiment with some things that she hasn't tried before. Just a lot of fun. And I'm a songwriter, but I'm an artist myself. So it's the beauty of having both perspectives is that, I'm a great songwriter, I'm a great vocal producer, all those different kinds of things, but I also know what it takes to really deliver a vocal like an artist. And I was excited because I knew Beth was going to do that immediately, so. But what I love about working with Flav and working with Kenny is that he is always about the song first, and that's why I will always call him the best producer ever in the world. I truly stand by that, because it's always about the song. He doesn't care about my ego, your ego, what somebody says, what somebody doesn't say, what other people think is cool. None of that. It's really refreshing. So he came to me, he showed me the hook, which I thought was great, and he said, we need a verse. But I wasn't the only person he approached about a verse. And I knew that, okay, this is my time to shine. I got to write something that is going to stick so that I get a shot, because there's 2 and 3 other people giving it a try. And that's what I mean. He's always about the song first. So he reached out to a few different writers and people that he thought might be able to knock it out the park. So funny story, like in how it ended up was that I did the first try. I did what ended up becoming the first verse, and I sent it to him, and he was like, I'm not sure. I feel like it's missing something, nice, like good start, but maybe you can, how about you give it another go, give it another try. So I thought we were scrapping that, and I was like, here, let me go try another verse. So I ended up writing another verse. I think altogether I ended up writing 4 different verses or parts myself, just me, because he was like, this is good, but this isn't. Fix this and fix that. Always about the song, always about the greater good with Kenny. So by the time I got to I think it was the 3rd verse of the 3rd version, he had a few verses of mine now. And basically what happened was it got played for Beth and, for the other, for Marcus.
Because we wanted them to have we wanted them to have choices. That's what that's what we wanted to,
And so what I love about the story, which maybe I love it because I'm like, yeah, I did good. But she ended up picking both of my verses that I thought were getting scrapped because they weren't good enough as the verses for the song. And that just is the coolest thing to me, just because sometimes it's not even about what one person thinks, it's about what the collective thinks. And when everybody heard these two verses, and there were some melodies I think that might have been there from Marcus, I think that we kind of combined everything together, but it just ended up turning out really cool. And I was actually surprised. He called me and he was like, she actually picked both of the tries that you tried as the verses. And I was like, wow. So I was just so excited. When I heard everything together, I knew it was going to be a great song, catchy song, one that people would really love and love to sing. That's the type of songs I like to write. I like to write songs that have replay value and that people want to sing for years to come. So I fully
better have
believe,
replay value.
That's right. And I fully believe, yes, absolutely, always first. And I fully believe that this song has a ton of replay value, that people are going to love it. They're going to feel like this is something maybe like different for Beth, but at the same time, it's her thing. She's getting really to be herself. And I just think it's fun. And I think the energy of the song says a lot. And I think people are going to love it. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it with all these talented people. That's what music is about. Getting to share your talents with others and bounce off of each other. And so I'm just very grateful to be a part of it. And yeah, I love it.
I am grateful to have
Well said.
every one of you. And last but not least, I gotta let Marcus Divine give me his viewpoint on the whole thing, because I think from start to finish for this entire project, it has been me and Marcus just sitting there trying to think of how we wanted this project to be, what direction we wanted the project to go. And how do we want it to feel? What did we want people to feel when they heard this album? And those of you that are just joining us tonight, this is the second night for 12 Days with Beth. My new album, Get to Know Me, comes out September 30th. We want you all to pre-order.
I've been telling people every day. Every day.
We don't do shit over here.
Pre-order.
Did you pre-order?
Did you pre-order?
Every day. And so,
Right.
with that being said, we're talking about track number 2 on the album, Let Me Be. And we have the writers, the producers, the artists, everybody. We're talking about this great song because this song is actually the only thing, or the only one that is actually released right now. If you pre-order, did you pre-order? Because you ain't gonna understand it if you didn't pre-order. I'm talking to my IG people over here. If you pre-order, and especially if you're on iTunes, you get an instant gratification song, which means the album comes out September 30th. But if you pre-order now, Let Me Be instantly is available to you. So then there's many of you on here that have that song already, and you just told us how much you love it. So I've heard from everybody here except for Marcus. And Marcus, I want you to just tell me, like, what you thinking, what you feeling about this whole thing.
Well, I feel great about it. Like you said, me and Kenny, we started out a long time ago together. Actually, Kenny was one of the first people I ever collabed with when I first started producing back in the day.
Oh, wow.
I actually came and wrote and vocal produced one of his records that he was working on another artist with. So, we fam, we can. C. Smith, this is my first time really actually meeting you. I didn't think I got a chance to meet him at the thing, did I?
No, yeah, at the
we saw each other. I don't think we like talked.
Yeah.
And Hope, this is my first time actually meeting. This is my first time meeting Hope, and like you said, this is a beautiful situation that you can make this kind of magic and not even really know the person or ever meet the person. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
But as far as the song, I instantly knew the song was good. Like this is before any lyrics, anything. I've been producing for 30 years, so I've heard a lot of music in my years. And so he was going through tracks, and it wasn't like they wasn't hot. You know what I mean? He was playing some records, and there was just something about that. When it hit, I ran to the door like, yo, whoa. That's it right there. That one right there.
That's it. Stop. Whatever you're doing. Stop. That's it. That's enough.
It instantly did something to me, and I'm like, that's the one. And it was just magic, and I'm gonna tell you, being a producer, and Kenny probably understand this too, and C. Smith, being a producer, because we're so hands-on with everything, when we're called to play other parts, people don't understand that that's a process within itself to say, okay, sit back and let him do that. Let him handle that. Let and that, to me, that was a beautiful thing about this whole situation. I literally took off the producer hat and became a writer. Like, you know what I mean? Just a writer. You know what I mean? And it was dope.
I got to give you a little credit with that, because you produced some really great vocals out of Beth for it to lead the way it led.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I gotta. I can't sip on that.
I guess if you, vocal production, but I mean, like, as far as giving you, this was your record, you know what I mean? And it was like, what you want. Even when you heard it, because a lot of times we deal with ego in this business. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, I said it when I was there. I was like, it's so easy, but I know Beth already, so I know.
right,
I know how it's gonna be because that's my sister. I know
right,
you. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
I knew
right,
you
right,
first, but
right.
um, it's no. It's about the song. At the
About the
end of the
song
day,
all day.
we always approach it about the record. So
Right.
yeah.
Because even when you came in, I was like, yeah, the verses is cool, but nah, most people be like, what do you mean my verse ain't cool? Like,
That's what the other people did to me. That's why they not here today on the live with us.
Shots.
right. But you know what I mean?
Bars, no.
That's funny. But to be able to say, and it takes trust. I trust you. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? It ain't about my ego. Like, what you want, bro? This
Real
your
talk.
record. Let's go.
Real
I
talk.
mean, whatever we need to do,
Good.
And you came with some fire from Hope, you know what I mean? So it was easy to put it together after that. And one thing about Hope, you said something tonight that I like. You was like, I write great songs and great something. I love that. I love that kind
Oh,
of
she
energy.
do.
You
Thank
gotta talk
you.
that talk.
She beat everybody.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. She talked that talk. She every time she beat everybody out. I can bring in like 8 people or 4 people. It's just now I don't call nobody else. I just give it to her. Just like here,
Yeah.
just you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I just love people that can see greatness in themselves. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah,
we
Thank
yeah.
you.
struggle with that, like as a people. Like we can see
Yes,
it in
it's
everybody
important.
else, but if you see greatness in yourself, everybody else in the world has
That's
a
where it
problem with it.
started.
But I
I
love the
want
Yeah,
to
fact that
add
you can see
another
it in
great
yourself.
point.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know Beth and Marcus talked about this last night about the first track that they did was like 5, 6 years old. We started this song in 2019. And then
Darnell,
during the
don't do this.
pandemic, I
Don't do
came
it.
back across the loop, the melodies,
Oh
and I'm like,
man.
hold on. And then I sent it to him, like, don't this sound familiar? And then we just went from there.
I
So
like
Wow.
it's a
that you
3-year-old
said that
track.
though. I like that you told that because you know what? Another misconception is sometimes people think you need to write a song in 15 minutes for it to be a hit, or you need to write it
On
in
one
one
day.
hour or in
Yeah.
one day. And that's another thing Flav taught me is that a great song takes time and you'll know internally when it's done. It's not about a time schedule or a clock. Stuff just feels good. So I'm
Yeah.
You
glad you
can't put a
shared that,
time on
Tarnell. I'm glad you
greatness.
shared that.
Not at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I feel
Real quick, Beth.
okay.
I worked with Hope. Me and Hope been working together almost 7 years, right? We worked together for our first 4 years, 3 years without
Three
meeting each
years
other,
before
right?
we met in
We had a
person.
whole catalog of records. You was in LA and I was
Yes.
in Detroit. And then we met up in Atlanta working on the Star TV show. Went to go set up with Latifah for the Star TV show when they was doing the Star show. That's when we met. And she and everybody else thought that we had been knowing each other for a long time, been working together, but they didn't know that was our first time working together in person.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
And I'm glad you're
We had
talking.
like 100 records by that time, too.
Hey, quit yelling, Kenny. You distorting over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, he's right though. We had a lot of good stuff, not even meeting each other in person, just like all of us here tonight. We've come up with a
Mm,
great song that people are gonna
mm,
love, and Beth just
mm.
knocked it out the park. Just an amazing, amazing record. And we all,
Yeah, she
like you
did.
said, have yet to meet face to face. Some of us, so
Right.
that's really a
Yes.
testament to music and how it's the universal language, the universal connector. And I'm just grateful. I had to throw that in. Just grateful.
Listen, one thing I do have to say is if we can do something great one time, we can do something great again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
I
definitely.
Definitely.
really hope that for album number 3, because I'm speaking that thing right now,
Amen.
that we
Yes.
do something great again because we already
Yes.
see that there is a great connection that we all feel this music vibe, this music connection. We have some amazing producers here that I didn't even know you guys knew Kenny and Marcus. I didn't even know that you all knew each other. I'm telling Marcus about Kenny and I
Oh
didn't even know.
yeah. Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
you
We
got
got
to meet
we
Kenny.
got records together. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I think that that's so great. And the other thing that I love about this whole situation is Kenny met me at a time in my life where I wasn't even trying to be no solo artist. I had no idea. I was so, oh gosh, Kenny, scared, timid, insecure, not knowing my voice, not knowing where I knew I loved to sing, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know exactly where I could take it. I had no idea that I would ever be in this place. And so that's the cool thing for me, because Kenny met me at a time in my life where I was just, I mean, I was green as grass. And so then Marcus meets me at a time in my life where the green is wearing off, when I'm getting myself together. And then, you know, Hope and then Carnell are seeing me as now I'm walking in my artistry. So there's three different levels of how you all are meeting me. And so I love that, because I still feel like there's so much more ahead of me.
Amen.
That I do. And
Definitely.
I'm so grateful that I'm aligning myself with great people. Like,
Yes.
and there are great people on this line. There are some great people that are tuning in on Instagram that I don't even know that I may in the future work with you all as well. And I thank you all for tuning in on Instagram. You are watching 12 Days with Beth. You're seeing the behind the scenes of me being live on Facebook and on YouTube. So my new album comes out September 30th. If you're on Instagram, I do want you to hit that link in the bio and you can pre-order. Speaking of pre-orders, you guys, I'm so excited, because if you look on Amazon on the bestsellers and the R&B list, you know, the numbers have gone up and down, and I've dropped down on the list, and that's okay, because we can come back up. You go down, you always can come back up.
Amen.
But that I'm on the list already, and I'm showing that this album is selling in the pre-sales before it even comes out. That alone, I'm so excited, and I have to thank you guys for that, because we have a great song that is featuring this album. Yeah. So this is a great time.
That was the goal. That was the goal, Beth, is to give you something that you can actually use, a product that you can actually use that that further your career, and then once it furthers your career and furthers you, then we come along with that song. You know what I'm saying? So you came first. We thought about you first. You know what I'm saying? I think as a producer, you got to come in with that mindset to change the guard or the whole artistry. You know what I'm saying? Make it shake, make it memorable. Like we it's every 100 years is new people. You got to leave a memory behind. You know?
And the thing too for me was, like, I have 11 records on this. Well, I got 12 on this album. I'm a part of all 12 records. Hey, hold on. I'm a part of all 12 records. And when she was like, I need you to pick the single, I was like, I mean, I could have been like, oh, I'm gonna pick my record, but it was like, nah, this is the one to go to. Like, you know what I mean? And I mean, I want to commend you, bro, Kenny, for loving the music the way you do. You know what I mean? Everybody involved.
Likewise.
Carnell, Hope, you know, and Beth, like you said, Beth bringing it on, but bringing something dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about the music too. You could be my friend. If your record is not there, I don't.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
So,
and you know
none
what?
of us do. Yeah.
We were talking earlier. We mentioned earlier about, I think the word trust came up. I only want to work with people that I can trust, and there's a certain trust and comfortability that I have with my Kenneth. I call him my Kenneth. You know, if you all ever look at us on
absolutely
media, he'll tag something, and I'll be like, "There's my Kenneth," and I put a heart by it. Kenny's like a brother to me.
Absolutely.
And we've just and there's been times where there's been years that we didn't talk. And then he pop up in my life again, be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, Kenny," you know, and I'd see him, and I love the love that he has for music, and our relationship has never changed through the 20-some years that I've known him, and I like consistency in people, and there's a consistency that I have with you, Kenny. Like I said,
absolutely.
I not talked to you for a couple years, but we always pick back up where we left off. What you doing in music? You better go out there. You better kill it. You better do this. And you're always there encouraging. And so that's why I'm really happy that you're on this project, because this project is really, really special. This is the second album. I think when you do your first album, you don't always know how, when, why, but you just do it. And this second album, there was so much more focus. And I know that there's a certain level of trust that I have with Marcus, because for me to say, "Hey, you picked the first single. Hey, you oversee this entire album for me." I trust him enough to know that he's going to pick something great for me, and he's going to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do as a vocalist. You know, Hope, you get that with you being a singer as well. You have to trust the producer that you're working with, because if the producer doesn't have the right ear, the right sight, the right thought process, you can just go left, or the singer can go left too, because you know how we can go in, Hope, and have our own mindset of what we want to sound like.
Absolutely.
And then the producer's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, and we were like, but I want to sing high notes. And like, Marcus be like, would you stop? What are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I get on Hope nerves, and then sometimes I get out the way. She's like, get out the way, I got this. And she give me that look. I'm like, okay. Then it come out dope. This is dope. As I'm like, hey, do this right. And why are you paying attention? It's this note. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, but sometimes she just tell me to get the hell out the way, and she just got it. And I'm like, damn, you did that whole song. I ain't really do nothing. I just helped put the, little spot here, little spot there. That's crazy.
Because you all trust each other to do that.
Absolutely.
And I think you can't go wrong when you have a trust factor with your team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Production, with
so important.
All of that stuff. It's and so with us trusting each other's talents and trusting each other's abilities, I knew Kenny was going to bring a great song. And when he said, I got people writing, he sent us those different versions of the song. And I'm telling you, people out there listening, Kenny sent us different versions, a bunch of, these 30
sent it to everybody
of this song.
I was like, man, what's this?
And we were like, and then we play one, and we were like, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. And then, but I was like, okay, like, but I trusted Kenny.
I had a folder. I think I had folders with different people's names.
Yeah, you sent me like 7 or something. And it's all good, but you know what? That means he was serious. And I remember a conversation I had with you, Kenny, too. You said, I'm gonna give you a single. You told me that. You said, I'm gonna give you a hit. And I said,
yeah.
But you did that. And I remember,
that's right.
Like, just like Marcus said, when I said Marcus, okay, because those of you that may or may not know, I have Anise Records, which is my record label, but my A&R, my right hand, it is Marcus, okay?
Yes.
So yes. Everything. Marcus has 30 years in the business, so I dare not lead by my own understanding.
I know that's right.
I'm going Bible with you on that.
I know that's right.
Listen, I say, Marcus, what do I do? And so we listened to everything that we did, all 12 songs. I said, Marcus, let's narrow it down. And we had some other people come in and listen. And we had people pick their top. Even we had the listening part. We had told people to pick their top songs. But Let Me Be always came in the top. But we weren't in a rush to pick. And then it was me and him sitting in the studio. And I said, okay, Marcus, what song? He said, and I remember Marcus said, ooh, I wish I would have wrote this whole song. Like, it was just a great song. And so we have to thank you for bringing something so great and allowing, me to be a part of something great, allowing Marcus to be a part of something great. This song has gotten nothing.
Likewise.
Yeah, thank you.
It reciprocates.
Yeah.
And the thing
y'all
is
brought
too,
it to life.
Yeah, but the thing too, when we first started on the project, we did a shut-in to start the project. But I'm gonna tell you, she mentioned Jude from day one, like literally.
I did.
Day one. She said, I just know I want to. And there was other people that was trying to get on the album, like get on the project. I said, album, get on the project. But she was like, Kenny though, I want to work with Kenny. I was like,
thank you, Beth. Thank you.
Listen, Kenny, me and you've been talking about
this.
And I remember we had a conversation. My husband and I were driving in Florida. We had just got off the airplane. We were in an Uber, and you called me, and you were saying you were working on some Afro beats or something. It was around that time you were working on something, and you were like, I got to work on your project. I said, well, Kenny, I said, listen, I want you on this album. I said, I got to talk to Marcus, and we'll figure it out. And I'm always, whenever I'm talking to Kenny, I'm telling Kenny, I got to talk to Marcus. And then when I'm talking to Marcus, I'm saying, Marcus, we got to get with you.
It was easy, though. It was seamless. It was seamless because, like, we were kids working together, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was seamless. It was really seamless, for real. It was.
Yeah, it was meant to be, and I know that timing is everything. Those of you that are just joining us, my people on Instagram, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, thank you all for joining. This is day 2 of Get to Know Beth, or 12 days with Beth, but you all are getting to know me, and I'm introducing you to the team of writers and producers that I have been so
12 days of Bethmas
to work with. Yeah, this has just been an amazing experience.
I like that, C. Smith.
What'd you say, C?
The 12 days of Bethmas.
12 days of Bethlehem. Because listen, Christmas is coming, and you know my name turns into Bethlehem around Christmas. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
I don't even
love
fight
that.
anymore. I'm Bethlehem around Christmas time. It's fine. I've been called worse, so as long as you call me Beth, I don't even, but my thing is, I want everybody to know that this new album comes out September 30th. We really, we want you to go pre-order. There's a link in my
Pre-order.
bio. You click on that, go into the link. It'll take you right to the pre-order. Did you pre-order? Did you pre-order? Did you pre-order? Listen, even if you on my IG, you.
Hey, that's a campaign. That's a campaign in itself, Beth.
It is.
Pre-order T-shirts. Did you pre-order?
Yeah.
Did you pre-order? Hats? Did you?
So listen, just click the link in my bio. Go in and just pre-order this album. Listen, we're already showing up on the Amazon charts on R&B and for new releases, and I'm so grateful because many.
We got more to go. We got more to go. Listen, this.
This is the beginning.
Fire. There are some people that are online. I don't know if you're going to be on my Instagram or if you're on the Facebook and the YouTube, but there are some journalists, some bloggers who have had the privilege to preview the entire album. And they saying it's fire. If you guys are on, I want you guys to comment. Let the people know that you've heard this album and it is fire. Listen, 12 songs of fire. But tonight we talking about Let Me Be. And this is the song that is getting everybody, is getting them together. And we have the producers on the line. We have Kenny Flav, we have Carnell, or the C. Smith. Let me give you a little name. We got Marcus, Hope Rainey. I had an amazing time just working with y'all and not even physically being in the room with you all. And I think this is interesting for them to hear this writing process, because people really don't know how songs are written. You turn on the radio and you hear the 3 minutes, but you don't know how long it takes. And then you all are saying that this song started getting written like in 2019 and going back and forth. And Hope and I are seeing each other in real time for the very first time. Kenny and I have known each other for 372 years. And we're just now working on something Listen, it's been forever, but it's been a great process. It's been a great thing. And so if you haven't pre-ordered this album, you can go to my website. It is the banner's going across the bottom. You can go to my website. You can go to BETHALWAYSSINGS.com. You can hit me up on Instagram, Beth Always Sings. And if you're on my Facebook page and you're not following me on Instagram, you all need to come on over there and follow me on Instagram too. If you have not followed me on my fan page, you need to go on there. Listen, there's so many things that are coming up that are ahead for 2023 and the latter part of this year. I'm so excited for the future. I'm excited for this project. And I'm so blessed that we put a second album out first. How many people do you know have put out one single or one project and they've not done anything else?
Hey, me and Hope talked about that recently. We real quick. We talked about how people started, like, there's so many people that started like at the beginning of our careers and they just gone. You know what I'm saying? Especially for me being around since the 90s, the early 90s, like, man, there ain't really nobody around, especially nobody around on the charts. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not easy. People look at the show and they see, the show.
It's tough.
Yeah, and they think that's it. People are gonna see me start to perform Let Me Be More. I'm gonna be, because that's the lead single from the album. They're gonna be seeing me perform that song, and they're gonna think that song poof came out of thin air, and it did.
And that's fine too. That's fine too, because our reality, their entertainment.
But you're sitting here and you're looking at the 5 people that made this song come to life. And these are all amazing musicians, artists, producers, writers. I invite you all to go follow them on social media and see what they're doing too, because each one of them are doing their own projects as well. And I thank them for their contribution to my album. This song, I'm telling you, Let Me Be, is catchy. When you hear it, it immediately grabs you. It's a sing-along song. Marcus,
Yes.
that hook
Got
is
that
fire.
bounce. Got that bounce too.
Absolutely.
The beat, just everything, the story that it's telling, Hope.
Yes.
And it just feels good. It's a song about love. It's a song about wanting to be down for you, wanting to be your ride or die. It's a song about having your back. And I think
Yes.
time in our lives, everybody needs a ride or die. Everybody needs somebody to have your back.
Yes.
For sure.
Rider. And that song is that. We want that song to be, you know, we want it to be your song. We want you to hear that
Right.
and
Yeah.
think about that person that got your back, that person that's there for you.
Right.
Let me be the one. Let me be that one for you that's got your back and hold you down. Everybody needs that. Hope, what were you thinking about when you were writing those lyrics?
I'm sorry, by the way, my connection is terrible. So if you've been seeing me disappear and come back on, I am so sorry. It's shut off on me like 6 times. So I thank God for giving me that little segue there where I just heard the last question you asked me. Yes, I'm freezing.
I think we all froze up.
Yeah, I apologize if you can't hear me or not. But yeah, I'm sorry. My connection is bad, very bad. I don't know if I'm still here.
You
Oh,
still, you,
Oh,
you
you
still
can
there,
hear me?
brother. All
Okay,
right.
I apologize.
Yeah, you
I'm
good.
just gonna tell the story whether you can hear me or not because I can't hear
no,
myself
go
or
ahead.
see myself.
You're back
But
on. What were you thinking about when you were writing?
Well, she just froze.
Oh boy. So Kenny, do you know what she was thinking about when she was writing?
To be honest, I just gave her a reference of like pretty much what you told me. Where you wanted to go with it, as far as like you was like, hey, I want to write something. I want to write something about how me and my husband are, like, and that's what we thought about. Here you go, Hope. Oh, she
She
went back
probably got to
out.
log out and log back in and come back in.
Yeah, but it was pretty much off the reference of what you gave, and it was some things there already. Like I said, it was the hook was there. Then I had the bridge there and a little piece of, and we just took it, and we wanted to make sure we took it to the finish line. I'm quite sure she explained it much better than I could, but my bottom line was taking it to the finish line as the supervisor of the product.
I
But
think you did just the greatest. Go ahead,
Oh,
Marcus.
nothing. I was just
that's
about to
fine.
say, because we really cutting it short on this song. We could really talk a lot about how, because there's a lot of different things. Even the structure of the song. The structure of the song is not even the structure that it was. Remember, Kenny?
You talk about that.
Remember, Kenny? We moved pieces of the song around to make the song flow in a certain way, and that was trust there, because as a producer, a lot of times we don't want nobody touching our record, touching our beat. It's like, but there's a level of trust for him to go, whatever y'all need to do to make it flow the way, because I was like, yeah, this is dope, but it need to change. The chord need to change right here, and I pieced the track together from what they gave me, and then so it was a whole, like, man, it was dope
And
how
I'm
it
glad
came
you're
about.
talking about that, because see, that stuff that as the artist, the singer, I hear certain things, but in terms of structuring, I don't start singing until you all have the song pieced together so that I can sing it. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to sing it. You all have to tell me where I'm supposed to sing. Kenny, you were out for a minute. Let's try to get Hope while she's Hope. What were you thinking about when you wrote the verses?
Yes, sorry for my connection.
Oh, no worries.
Basically, so the first couple of tries was kind of just a shot in the dark, just see if anything sticks. I think it was the third version or verse that I did where I actually got the let me hook was there. And when the hook was there, that's when it came together, because I heard the let me be. Beth had already recorded most of the parts and the vocals, and so the hook was really full. So that gave me kind of exactly what I needed to go off of, concept wise, melody wise. It was easier to pull the sketch together. And so my last 2 verses were my attempts at completing or coming after that hook and building up that hook. And so that's why it's so funny to me that I thought I was on the chopping block, literally. And so I was just trying to get something that stuck. And my last two things that I had thrown out ended up getting picked in the end. So I just wanted to make it a great song. For me, it's always about the song. It's like, you know, just the same as Kenny. That's why we work so well together. It's never about ego, never about anything. Just wanted to make Beth sound as great as we could and give her a story to tell and give her something catchy and fun that people will remember. And so all that came together really effortlessly once the Let Me hook was there, which is such a great hook. So it was a nice segue. It was a perfect segue. And I'm just grateful that my verses got picked. I'm grateful.
Just thinking about the first lines, you know, of the first verse. I know you never had it quite like this. Like, it's like, whoa, what?
Like, whoa.
I think that's the Aries in me, or that's the fire sign in me. That's where that comes from.
I'm a Leo, so we bringing that fire. I know you never had it quite like this. Like, I love that. And then the first line of the second verse, you know, can't nobody give it to you like I do. Like, I'm like, wow,
Talking that talk.
I love it. But it's catchy and it
grabs.
And I think that's what's amazing. So Hope just dipped out, but I know she'll be back. Kenny, Marcus was talking about how he had to arrange the parts because the song, the way it is now, it wasn't structured like that.
It wasn't. Yeah.
He was just talking about how it was cool for him to even do that, and it wasn't any friction.
I was saying the trust between us, bro. That, you know.
Oh no, I trust Marcus. But it felt. I mean, Hope was playing some versions today earlier, right? Real quick. She was playing some versions earlier today, and I was listening. Like, I was like, what is that? Like, and I was like, where did that version come from? Like, because she was playing some stuff on. I was like, I don't remember this version. I forgot that it got sliced and diced the way it did, and got, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been a minute since we worked on it. We worked on like 2,000 songs since then. You know,
right?
That's amazing. And you know what? One day, when we let's break bread. Let's try to break bread and get together. I would like to.
Amen.
I would like to hear what the song sounds like.
Yes, let's do that.
To us.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, we got all the versions. We got
all the versions.
I want to hear the versions of the song you talked about yesterday too.
Wow, and I think that's the amazing thing.
Oh, the Bad Girl joke.
Yeah. You said you started on that, came back to it like it's hot now.
Yeah. That's dope. Let me just switch over to my IG people. Somebody just commented, and thank you all for joining. Somebody just asked, can we hear the song? Well, yes, you can hear the song if you
pre-order.
Pre-order.
You gotta pre-order. Did you pre-order? I gotta ask my.
Did you pre-order?
Did you pre-order? So here's how it works. The album is not available until September 30th. We are in our pre-order stage. But if you are an iTunes user or a member or whatever you call it for iTunes, I don't know what y'all call it, but because I am Apple products, if you go and you pre-order today, then that song becomes instantly available to you. It's called an instant gratification song. You pre-order, the song will be available on your device on September 30th, but they give you Let Me Be today, the moment that you pre-order. So if you go pre-order, click the link in the bio on my Instagram people that are on, click the link and it's in the feed. We have TT from the D. She is putting the link in the feed. If you click on that, it'll take you right to the pre-order and you will get Let Me Be and you will be able to hear this fire that we
You will love it.
If not, you gotta wait till September 30th. But if you pre-order, then you can get it. So for my IG people, those of you that are on live Facebook, those that are live on YouTube, we are having just a ball. We're not gonna be on here that much longer, but I just wanted to come on because this is day 2, 12 days.
Everybody's connection.
But listen, if you pre-order, then you can get the song. Oh, are we back?
You back?
Listen, I just keep talking. I talk to.
You're working 2 things. You're working Instagram and Facebook. All of that.
I just talk to everybody because I got to talk to everybody because guess what? I need everybody. And
I know that's right.
That I don't have a marketing team. You all are my marketing team. You all have to go out and tell people about Beth.
It's the village.
About
That's
this
right.
project. It is a village, and that is how we grow. That is how we see the sales happen. It has to grow. Listen, you all, pre-order the album. Get to Know Me will be out September 30th. But if you go pre-order now, especially for my iTunes people, you will get this song right now. You'll be able to talk about this fire. I want to hear the other versions. Yeah, I really want to hear this and hear how it started and how it evolved.
Yes.
Structure. And you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to performing this song live.
Yes. We're looking forward to it too. Can't wait to hear you do it. It's going to be amazing.
Well,
And I think I'm going to have something for y'all soon.
Yes.
Good. Excellent. Yeah.
Is that
Sweet,
right, Mr.
sweet.
Divine?
I said real soon.
Oh, okay. So I didn't hear you. So yeah, song. You know, hope you know this too. Recording a song and performing a song, that's two different things.
Absolutely.
So when you record something and then you have to sing it live, you're like, well, where'd that part go? I don't know how I'm supposed to. And then you get it together, and then once you get it together and you get the flow of the song, and it becomes like you. That's right. The recording process, then you start living with it. It's a wonderful thing. I love singing that song, and I can't wait to sing it for y'all. I can't.
Yes.
And I want you all to be just as happy with the live as you are with the recorded version. It was fun recording the song. It was just fun.
Yes. You sound amazing, and everybody should pre-order so they can hear how amazing you sound. Pre-order.
For real, pre-order.
I need y'all to pre-order. I need y'all to
Yes.
So listen, you
I
guys.
think we all had fun.
Yeah,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the whole thing has been fun. This whole album has been exciting. It has been a dream come true for me. I am saying this right now. I had already, even though album number 2 is not out yet, I got album number 3 on my mind because I'm looking forward to greater things, and I would love to be able to collaborate with you all again on another project.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And thank you. It has been a true blessing and an honor to work with each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You all have something to make me look amazing, make me sound great, make me great. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Kenny Flav, thank you. The C. Smith, thank you.
Oh, you welcome. You got it. Yeah.
I gotta call you Hope.
Thank you.
You're my Hopi now.
Yes. We're family. Yes, we are.
Our family. And last but not least, you know, my right hand, my A&R, my producer, Marcus Divine, thank you for everything that you've done on this project. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring this to a close. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to 12 Days with Beth. We were talking about the second track on the album, Let Me Be. This album will be out September 30th. If you pre-order now, you can actually get this song tonight.
You hear it right now.
You don't have to wait.
Right now. And I want you to put your earpods on and just listen to it. It is an amazing song. And I hope you feel even more connected to it now because you actually know the producers and the writers of this song. You've been able to see them in real time and get their stories and their backstories on some of the things that they've already done and how they worked on this project. Man, they have showed me tremendous love and I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say goodnight. We will be here again tomorrow. Same place, same time. We will be talking about track number 3. It'll be the third day for 12 Days with Beth. Until then, y'all be blessed. Go pre-order. Did you pre-order?
Pre-order.
Oh,
pre-order right now.
Oh, pre-order. Do it now. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Beth. Thank you.
Y'all. Love
Thank
y'all.
you, Beth. Love y'all.
Take a